They said you
we
might
all
stand,
wanna-
you might sit.
Yeah, y'all can, whatever you feel more comfortable,
Why don't we
sitting
sit?
and talking a little bit.
Sure.
Thank you everybody for coming, and this is kind of a continuing partnership between the city of Montgomery and Maxwell, and Barry, I'll leave it to you.
Well, listen, I'm just going to, thanks, Miguel. I'll just thank Colonel Tolliver for the idea and for initiating all of this, and ask if you will just kind of to share a little bit for those that are here and don't know what your motivation was in bringing this idea to the city of Montgomery.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mayor Reed. Well, first and foremost, I want to start with tying it back to our mission, right? As we take care of the airmen, the soldiers, the sailors, the Marines, all of the military service members and their families that are assigned to Maxwell Air Force Base and Gunner Annex, having a place for dedicated quality of life is super important. And so the pool is a pinnacle part of that mission set. Obviously, as we have transitioned through the new administration and some of the things that have come with respect to hiring our civilian personnel, we've had some things that we've had to overcome. I won't call them challenges, but we've had to think creatively about how we continue to do some of the mission sets that many of our patrons are used to. And so the partnership with the city under the umbrella of the Intergovernmental Service Agreement was one of those avenues where we were able to make sure that we could hire the lifeguards to be able to provide the support to our families. And so I certainly appreciate the city for being willing to enter into the agreement with me. This is a very unique agreement for the Air Force in that it is the first of its kind for pool support. And so as a benchmark for the Air Force, I don't residently have the authority to sign such an agreement. So it had to go all the way up to the Secretary of the Air Force level for approval in conjunction with our installation and mission support patrons down in San Antonio that provided the guidance and intent to help us get there. And so lots of senior leaders, hands, and staff work that made this happen. Ultimately, the folks behind me were the people behind the scenes that did all the heavy lifting. And I'm hearing that we had over 800 of our military families that were able to enjoy the pool this holiday weekend as we celebrated Memorial Day. So thank you.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I think that's as good of an overview as we can all get. And I think it was just another reminder for me of why this agreement is so important between the city of Montgomery and Maxwell Air Force Base. When you think about strengthening our city and community and base ties, this is just another way for us to do that and making sure that we're doing everything we can to make those military families that call Montgomery and the River Region home proud. We want them to have the time they need to spend with family for recreational purposes. Really handy right there on base. And I think by entering into this agreement, it just shows another step for us as a community and what we try to do to support our men and women in uniform. I also think it's important to highlight the health and wellness aspect of swimming and of being able to get out and exercise and anything that we can do to help our men and women in uniform do that with a little more peace of mind in terms of making sure that the pools are not open, but they're going to be supervised by great lifeguards. I think it's important. We know the risks that come with swimming. And so naturally parents have concerns about that when their kids are out there and anything of those lines. So to be able to take that away, at least maybe one more question or one more thing that they don't have to worry about, I think is important for us. And I think it also shows the appreciation that the city of Montgomery has for Maxwell Air Force Base, but also what Maxwell Air Force Base has for the city of Montgomery. It's that shared commitment and that bond. I think that has been present for many, many years, and it's one that we are always looking to see how we can strengthen that. So I think this, degree of mutual support and quality of life initiative is trailblazing in the sense that you don't see this a lot. So we're glad to be able to be on the front side of this and maybe show other communities what they can do. And being named one of the great American defense communities in this country, and number one in that slot just a couple of years ago. We want to keep that going, and we want to continue to make sure that we are doing each and everything that we can as a city to support each and every person who really does that does a hard part of seeing a family member leave, seeing someone come and go, but during their time, maybe we want this to feel like home in every way we can. And I know our citizens do just that every day, and so many in the river region do that as well. So we're proud to be able to sign this, and I don't know if anybody wants me to read all of it. Seeing no one raise their hand, I'll take that as a no. Thank you. So I won't read all of it, but I will read part of it, and then we'll sign this decree, and then we'll open it up for any questions that we may have. Just reading from this decree of mutual support, quality of life initiative between the City of Montgomery and Maxwell Air Force Base Gunner Annex, whereas the City of Montgomery is deeply committed to fostering a thriving and inclusive community for all of its residents, including the brave men and women and their families serving at Maxwell Air Force Base Gunner Annex by providing continued quality of life support. And whereas Maxwell Air Force Base Gunner Annex acknowledges that the City of Montgomery has consistently demonstrated its dedication to improving community activities and programs that positively impact the quality of life for service members and their families. And whereas initiatives such as the Intergovernmental Support Agreement for seasonal lifeguards are vital to enabling Team Maxwell to enhance mission effectiveness and quality of life while strengthening the vital partnership between the base and the city. And so I'll skip some of the other whereases. I'll get right down to let it be known that the City of Montgomery remains steadfast in its dedication to building upon our strong partnership with Maxwell Air Force Base Gunner Annex, ensuring a vibrant and supportive environment for all who serve and reside within these city limits. So with that, Colonel, I'll ask you to sign where your name is listed there. I'll sign where mine is, and then we'll switch, and we would have completed this decree. What do we need? Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll do that again. How's that? Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. I will open up for any questions at this time. Any members of the press? All right. Yes, sir.
Joe mentioned how strong this bond is. This bond has only gotten stronger over the years. How important is it that we continue to do acts like this to back Maxwell?
Well, listen, I think it's important, and our chief of staff here at City of Montgomery, Retired Colonel Jeremy Reed, brought this to my attention through Colonel Tolliver, and I think that for us, we're always looking for ways to strengthen the connection and see what we can do to support our men and women. No task is too small because they do so much for us. So when you can do things like this, I think it just reinforces the partnership that we have and the focus that we have at any and all levels to support our men and women in uniform each and every way we can.
And then you mentioned that this was the first sort of contract of its kind. Talk about what it means to you and your fellow men and women of getting the backing of Montgomery.
Certainly. So one of my lines of effort right now is strengthening our partnerships. and tying that to an emphasis on the quality of life for the men and women assigned to Maxwell Air Force Base and Gunter Annex. And so with that, as the mayor said, we are part of this community. We live here, we work here, we patron here, we have our children attend schools here. And so we are as much a part of the community as we are a part of Maxwell Air Force Base. And our symbiotic relationship doesn't end at the start of the gate that says welcome to Maxwell. And so this is just another example of us working together to ensure the community partnership exists and that there's mutual support between both entities.
All right. Well, listen, thank you all so much. Jesse. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
We will do just that.
Do that.
All right.
Bill in the back, perfect. Now we're cooking. All right, front row, if I can have you all go step this way. If I can have you in that window, lifeguard's good. Yep, perfect right there. If I can have you all slide in, excellent. I think we're good.
All right, and how are the signage?
Looks fantastic. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Anybody else?
I'll take one right here. And 3, 2, 1.